Welcome to White Regis TV Film Review and Preview. I'm Andrew Wright. Last Friday, Kathryn Bigelow's A House of Dynamite was released on Netflix. The film is an apocalyptic political thriller film starring Idris Elba, Rebecca Ferguson and Anthony Ramos, and revolves around multiple points of view from within the United States government as it formulates an official response to a single nuclear missile launched by an unidentified adversary. Bigelow is most famous for being the first female director to ever win the Oscar for Best Director for The Hurt Locker, and this latest film of hers has received positive reviews from critics, but it has divided audiences mainly due to its ending, which I won't give away, don't worry, but it is divisive, and you either go with it or you don't. Apologies for the voice. So I watched the film last Friday after recording last week's segment, and which is why I didn't include the film in last week's segment. But I watched the film and I absolutely loved it. The film is so suspenseful. It's like a 2-hour anxiety attack. With great performances, great directing, and good writing that just doesn't let up with how much of an of an anxiety attack it is. So I gave the film 5 stars out of 5, and it has taken Fantastic Four's place as the best film of the year so far, and it's very rare that I take to a film like this as well as I have. A House of Dynamite is streaming now on Netflix, and I highly recommend watching it if you think you can handle it. This week, James Gunn's Superman was released on home video. The film is the first film in the new DC universe and is a reboot of the Superman film series. The film stars David Corenswet as Clark Kent, aka Superman, with Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. The film revolves around Superman facing unintended consequences when he intervenes in a foreign conflict, which is the beginning of a nefarious and xenophobic plot by Lex Luthor. The film also stars Eddie Gathegi, Anthony Carrigan, Nathan Fillion, and Isabella Merced as members of the superhero team The Justice Gang. So I watched the film for the first time this week, and I was pretty disappointed. Despite being well directed, the film is overstuffed with just characters, plot threads. It's very juvenile. In the same way that Michael Bay's Transformer films are kind of juvenile. Oh, there's sort of things in there that would definitely there's things in Superman that would definitely, appeal to the 13-year-old boys in the audience, that type of thing. And the film is honestly just too much of a fanboy's indulgence to be able to work as a coherent film. Like, Nathan Fillion plays Guy Gardner, aka Green Lantern, in the film, but with a blonde bowl cut. But all of the fans agree in the discussion online for the film that Nathan Fillion should have been Hal Jordan. I couldn't think for a second. Yeah, and even Nathan Fillion has played Hal Jordan in animated DC films before, but James Gunn said he wanted to give his friend Nathan Fillion a stupid bowl cut. So yes, the film is way too much of a fanboy's indulgence to work as a coherent film. And it's very cringy whenever they say harem. Oh, it's too cringy. The film, I gave the film 2.5 stars out of 5. It's a real disappointment because I was expecting it to be one of the best films of the year. I was expecting it to be one of my top 3 films of the year. Superman is on home video now. A little bit of a last minute item. The trailer dropped yesterday, Thursday. Scream 7. Trailer for Scream 7 is now out online. Comes out in February, and it's about Sydney. Neve Campbell's returning after being absent in Scream 6, but in Scream 7, her character Sydney and her daughter Tatum are once again terrorized by the Ghostface Killer when the Ghostface Killer shows up again in Woodborough, isn't it? I can never remember. So I'm actually really looking forward to it because I really love Scream 5 and Scream 6 after not really liking the first 4. So I'm excited for Scream 7, even though it's a bit of a change in terms of the creative team and whatnot, and the in front of the camera team. So I'll have to see how that goes. That's all I have for this week, but be sure to check back next week where I'll be previewing Predator Badlands and talking about the latest home video releases of Den of Thieves Pantera, which I reviewed months ago when it came out on Amazon Prime in the UK. And I'll also be reviewing Haikyuu The Dumpster Battle, which I might have reviewed last year. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, see you next time.